When you encounter a bodybuilder with heavy weights, you see that his muscles are so big, his muscles are so heavy. How did he achieve having those heavy, big muscles? By going to the gym once a month? By eating trash all week long? No. He went on a diet and he went to the gym maybe twice a week. Of course, he needs to rest his body, he can't overdo it, but he went to the gym. He was dedicated going to the gym. He was dedicated doing his exercises. And that's how over time his muscles grew. For his muscles to grow, the muscles had to be broken down, and that was quite painful. But the breaking down of the muscles led to the recovery of the muscles, which meant that the muscles returned, but in a better shape. The muscles never literally vanished, but they were broken down and they were recovered by the healing process of the body. And while the muscles were healing, they gained a leverage. So it's by doing those exercises that he broke down his muscles, and when the body recovered, the body added a leverage to the muscles. So he has the same amount of muscles as someone who's not a bodybuilder, but his muscles are trained, his muscles went through the trials and tribulations, and now his muscles have a leverage. And because his muscles have a leverage, he can do more with his muscles. Someone who barely goes out for a walk may not be able to do much with their muscles because they'll get pain very quickly. But he's able to assist. He's able to assist people when they have to move stuff. I'm not saying he's able to carry a piano on his own, but he's able to do physical labor to help people out. Someone with muscles that are quite soft can't do it, even if he's a man. And he has a lot of testosterone because he never uses his muscles are weak. So if a guy with weak muscles, because he never uses his muscles, except for walking and sleeping, if such a guy needs to run a mile, he'll be done after 200 meters. And don't even ask him to just carry something the right way for a while, it won't work. So the one that goes to the gym, that feeds himself with the right foods, he is investing in his muscles, and the investment is not a pleasant one, but it works out well for the long term. That is when you're dealing with physical exercise. You know where I'm going with this. What about spiritual exercise? You know what surprised me? When I encounter believers who never pray. Yes, you have believers who never pray. Can a bodybuilder become a bodybuilder without exercising, without going to the gym? No. So how can believers think they can overcome the wiles of the enemy? How can believers think they can overcome the evil around them? How can believers think they can trample violence under their feet and live prosperous on the earth amongst all the persecution if they don't pray? And here's the more embarrassing part. You have pagans that pray far more than some believers. And those pagans, even though they pray in a ritual way to evil spirits, they get things done. Why? Because they are spiritually active. It's paranormal, it's not supernatural, but at least they're spiritually active and they're dedicated in it. And because they're dedicated, they cause things to happen. You may have a pagan who prays to whatever deity he's praying to, but in his house he does his rituals and he keeps doing it over and over again until something happens. He doesn't think, oh dear, I've lit this candle to this Catholic saint 4 times already, nothing happened. What is he going to do? He's going to purge more Catholic saints. He is going to lit more candles and he's going to study what he did wrong so they can do better. And before you know it, he has results. Things are working out for him. And believers who have the Holy Spirit, often after 2 times praying in a wrong way, we tend to give up. What is that? Push. Pray until something happens. So, let me say, it's not sometimes. You need to keep on praying, decreeing, and declaring until something happens. Because whenever something happens, because you press on in the faith, there will be something good on your behalf. Some of the victories you're longing for, some of the things you want to overcome, you will only overcome them, you will only achieve those victories when you keep on pushing. Pray until something happens. Some of you want to get rid of financial bondage. You want to get rid of violence that comes against you. Some of you used to be scapegoats, so wherever you go, people tend to feel angry towards you because they want to release their negativity. Some of you have serious things that you need to overcome. Some of you have serious things that are the result of generational curses. The only way you will overcome those things is by pushing, praying until something happens. So keep on praying. Agree with Christ.